What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel, and before we get into today's video, we are 31. Think about that guys, we are 31 subs away from 200. We are drawing closer and closer to the goal. Excuse me. And as I have said in previous videos, if this channel gets to 200 subs, I will open up this Korean Strike of Neos booster box in its entirety on the channel, on the hopes to potentially pull this guy, Elemental Hero Air Neos. If this channel gets to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety that I got from my partners over at Collector Store, so be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description. Maybe we might see a Blue Eyes White Dragon get pulled. Maybe it'll be a Dark Magician. Maybe it might be a piece of Exodia. Who knows? However, if the channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull my second ever Collector's Rare. Yeah, you guys noticed, I said second. You guys are wondering, what was your first? If you guys did not watch my Genesis Impact box opening, which I recommend you guys watch, this is my second Collector's Rare. In the top loader, and in a penny sleeve, which I need to... looks a bit banged up, but... this is my second Collector's Rare. A Beat Cop from the Underworld. Absolutely gorgeous. I am definitely gonna be getting this graded, which I might do it sometime in the summer, possibly in the fall. I don't know, but I can tell you one thing right now. No matter what grades my cards get, they're gonna be worth a lot of money down the road. So if you guys want to see these boxes get opened, excuse me, maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue. Excuse me, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue. Maybe you guys want more deck profiles. Maybe you guys want more card discussions, WWE topic videos, premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys have not done so already, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. Links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content. Now for this week's episode of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, this is going to be a dumb one because, well, because if you guys remember, what was it, last October, like somewhere in the fall, like mid-fall to like early winter of last year, we got the Dark World structure deck, and it was basically structure deck R Dark World or something like that in the OCG. The TCG I think it was like structure deck Dark World or whatever. This time we are getting another structure deck retrain, and it's known as Onslaught of the Fire Kings. But the question is, what can we expect from this? Now, I do want to point out that YG Organization did have it named Onslaught of the Fire Kings, but they put a note here saying, skipping the stars and the seas, let's return to the nation of and in parentheses, names likely changed because Hindu. I guess maybe it's a religious thing? I don't know. But But it says here, Structure Deck R Onslaught of the Fire Kings. The past popular Structure Deck will be released with a brand new Structure Deck R update on September 9th, 2023, taking its tactics and updating it for the modern day. The deck also comes with a deck power-up pack that features 5 cards included, one of which will be Secret Rare. And it will feature, obviously, a pre-constructed deck, the power-up pack, which will feature an ultra rare and 4 super rares, one of which will be a random secret rare, and a special dual field and playing guide. Oh, I guess the paper playmat, which if I can find mine. Because I've got like a bunch of them. Oh, here they are. These are the ones? Yeah, these are the ones. So they're all in a Ziploc bag that I have here. I'll use this one as... Actually... I'll use this one. Here... I'll use these. These are just like some of the prime examples of the dual field that they have. That you can get. Because honestly, these dual field things are like really weird. They're like super weird. There we go. Got all the ones that I have. So here's the first one. This is just to give you an idea. This one I believe is from the. I think this one's from the Kaiba Structure Deck. Yeah, I think this one this one was from the Kaiba Structure Deck. This is actually from Hidden Arsenal Chapter 1, actually. This one basically this one shows the story and the legacy and the history of each of the different Hidden Arsenal archetypes. You know, so you got Ice Barrier, you got, what was that, Fabled. You got Mist Valleys, Flamvales on the front. On the back here, you've got Gen X, you've got, what was it, X-Saber, Jurax, Worms, Allied Justice, Naturia, and then of course you got the Dragoonity, which Cyber Knight's favorite archetype. Shoutouts to Cyber Knight. This one is the Structure Deck Legend of the Crystal Beast, which, I'm gonna be honest, actually looks pretty good. It actually looks pretty cool on the front. The back has basically like a bunch of like different like strategy guides and whatnot. Here's the Dark World one. I think I showed off the Dark World one as well, but what I find so interesting about these like dual fields or game like paper playmats is that the artworks look amazing. That's like one thing that I've always like admired about the structure decks was that. But this is weird, very weird. You know, but truth be told, there are some cards in some sets that can benefit with the Dark World structure deck, but there aren't a whole lot, just because Dark World is more suited with like a synchro package and whatnot. No exceeds, none of that BS, in my personal opinion, but it is what it is. This one is from the Synchro Extreme structure deck that came out, what was it, like a decade ago? Or something like that. So, I mean the artwork, pretty cool. It's a pretty cool artwork. And then this one, I believe, is the Pendulum one. Yeah, this is the Master Pendulum structure deck, which I don't think I ever did an opening of this one. I'm gonna have to find it and do an opening of it and show off the cards that are in the set. Or actually, it shows off in the back. shows it in the back. Hang on. It's like right here it shows. So what's in? So what's in it? Monster cards: Dragon Pulse Magician, Dragon Pit Magician, Noble Dragon Magician, Oath Dragon Magician, Wisdom Mind Magician, Performer Pal Skull Cravat Joker, Stargazer Magician, Time Gazer Magician, Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, Performer Pal Silver Claw, Performer Pal Salute Tiger, Performer Pal Trump Witch, Manifest Armed Dragon, Chaos Hunter, Fossiler Dragon, the Dual Mode Beast, Lila, Lightsworn Sorceress, Fencing Fire Ferret, Inari Fire, Nefarious Archfiend Eater of Nefariousness, Gigabyte, Goblinberg, X-Saber Airbellum, Magna Drago, Recover. The spells, you got Sky Iris, Pendulum Call, Pendulum Shift, Pendulum Rising, Sacred Sword is 7 stars, Summoners are MST, Scapegoat, Forbidden Dress, Polymerization, Terraforming. Trap cards, you got Pendulum Bag, Powerful Rebirth, Trap Tricks, Trapple Nightmare, Torrential Tribute, and Eradicator Epidemic Virus. Okay. Extra deck, you've got Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon, Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon, and Rune Eyes Pendulum Dragon. So that's pretty cool. So the question becomes, what can we expect to see in the structure deck are Onslaught of the Fire Kings? Well, the Fire King archetype was the Fire King archetype was kind of an odd one, because when you think about it, they didn't really get a lot of support over the years, but now we're actually getting a lot of support, and I'll show off some of the cards that are in the archetype here on Nexus. So give me 1 second. Let's go deck. Let's go here. Fire King. Okay, so as far as the Fire King cards go, we've got High Avatar Garunix, Avatar Arvada, Fire King Avatar Yaksha, Avatar Baron, Avatar Kirin, Avatar Garunix, and Onslaught of the Fire Kings, which is kind of funny. Named after a spell. Who would have ever thought? Circle of the Fire Kings and Fire King Island. Those are the only ones. So the question becomes, what kind of cards could we see in this Fire King structure deck? One thing that we can pretty much that we are pretty much guaranteed to see is, are cards that could be used for a fire attributed based deck. So cards like there we go. Something got lodged in my throat. Anyway, cards like Barrier Statue of the Fire Barrier Statue. I can't think of it. Yeah, I can't think of it. Yeah, I can't think of the name. Barrier Statue of something. But basically the fire barrier statue. I know that we could also potentially see Fencing Fire Ferret, because it's also a fire. Just cards for fire based decks in general. But I think the biggest problem here is the fact that there were no extra deck cards for the archetype. There was no Xyz, nothing. I think I was right. I think that the extra. I think I might have been referencing the Hazy Flames, but the Fire King archetype definitely needs to have an extra deck. If it doesn't get at least three extra deck monsters in this structure deck, I think this might go down in history as one of the worst ones ever. I know that there were some people who wanted to see a Fire King structure deck retrain, but the biggest problem that I have with the structure deck is the fact that with these like retrained structure decks, obviously a lot of them might not be like as like meta defined as people may think, but they need to, but with this structure deck, they need to make it so it can actually have that, so it can have the makings of a potential meta-based deck. Look at the Dark World structure deck. It had not only did we get like what 3, 4 new Dark World monsters, but we got new spells for them, and not only that, but we also even also got a fusion, a new extra deck monster for the archetype. We've never had that before in the years that the Dark World archetype has been around. We've never had that before. But now, not only do we have the the new Grapha Fusion, but we also have the new fusion that will be in the new Animation Chronicle set, or the new Battles of Legends set, which I should be talking about those cards, about the rest of the cards sometime this weekend, maybe in the next week. I'll have to see I'll have to see what my schedule is, but yeah, again, I think honestly this Fire King structure deck might not be as good as people want it to be, because obviously, obviously there were a lot of people, especially, on Twitch and YouTube and all over social media are hyping up Fire Kings, that, saying, oh my god, this deck is fucking awesome, we need a structured deck for this archetype. Yes, yeah, obviously there are a lot of archetypes that could use a structure deck. Red Eyes could potentially use a structure deck. Dark Magician could use a structure deck. Hell, even also, and this might actually come as a bit of a shock, but maybe Battling Boxers could get a structure deck. Black Rose, as well. Stardust could all potentially get a structure deck. Black Wings, but we know Jack Atlas is gonna get his own structure deck later on this year, and it's absolutely wild. It is absolutely wild. This one, I just don't know. I honestly just don't know. I will say this. I will say this. I will be talking about the new cards on here on the channel when they become available. But I can tell you one thing right now. It's gonna be interesting because Fire Kings, yes, they did see a resemblance of play, but not a whole lot. In fact, I think they only got, in one of the YCSs right around the time this archetype was released, I think they got like what, only a couple of YCS tops, and that's it. That's it. I mean, it is what it is. But I will say this: this structure deck, depending on what cards are going to be in this structure deck, as far as the new cards go, depending on whether or not we get extra deck monsters, depending on what other what spells and traps are going to be in this set, I can guarantee you this structure deck might not be so meta defined. if it does become a meta-based deck later on, once the set gets released, then, I mean, that's fucking awesome. But for the most part, I don't think it will. But if you really think about it, again, as I talked about, Fire Kings became a meta deck years ago, literally like years ago, all the way back into the days of like 2013, 2014. You know, when sets like Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy was released, Primal Origin as well. You know when those sets were released and were being released anyway, Fire Kings actually dominated the meta for just a little bit. But once some of the cards in the deck got hit on the ban list, Fire Kings just flew off the grid. Now we're seeing the deck come back, and it's like, why? I just don't know. But again, I will say this. This will be an interesting set to talk about as far as the new cards go. But we will see what happens. But that brings me to the question of the day, which is this: what cards do you guys want to see get reprinted in the structure deck are Onslaught of the Fire Kings? Let me know down in the comments below, and that will do it for this week's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, give this video a thumbs up, and follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.